So, do I want to summon or not? Let's go ahead and try it, just to show that off. And if I get ganked doing this, so much the better. I can at least show that off. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't need to kindle this. So when we use our blasphemy, I have to take it off. Use our humanity. We get our face restored, and now we can see our handsome, smiling face. Well, default handsome anyway. Oh, I didn't look at that sunlight medal. There it is. Badge of the Ultimate Honor. This is an item you use for the Sunlight Warrior Covenant. And if you summon somebody who's in the Covenant of the Warriors of Sunlight, or Solaire, who is also in the Covenant, you get one of those at the end of the boss, or the end of the fight, when you complete it. So that's good. You can use those for that. The Warriors of Sunlight are all about jolly cooperation. Oh. Hey. They also have some really good stuff that we will be partaking in. Experienced players might know why I was doing specific things and have already guessed what I'm talking about with my stat gains and stuff like that. Oh, a Balder helm. Looks kind of cool. But let's not beat around the bush here. We can get invaded. When you get invaded, a fog door will appear, cutting you off from other areas. I'm just going to demonstrate this. You don't necessarily want to run through here because there's a lot of guys who will kind of ambush you. So let's get our ass back out of here. I didn't mean to do that jumping attack, but I suppose that worked just as well. Ooh. Now you can see I'm kind of glowing right now, and that's because of the ring I have equipped. That blue tearstone ring. Ooh. And as you can see, it greatly increases my defense at this point. Okay, I'm getting invaded. There's a fog... That fog door is, done. Oh, I accidentally sought guidance. It's blocking the exit. Yep, there we go. Jeff Ruler. Let's go see if he's a funny dude or not. Now, right now I'm glowing, so I'm pretty easy to find. Sometimes he'll just kind of hang out and go do some stuff. Let's just keep going. He chooses to chase us. There he is. Hello. Let's just be annoying. Yeah, this guy's got much better gear than I do. Let's aggro all of the enemies in the level. Doop-de-doo. Whee. Hello. I just made him run into the fire. Whee! Eventually he might get annoyed enough to run away. Oh, he got me. And there we go. Bye! So that's fun. I actually got a humanity from doing that, so I didn't lose anything. So one of the things you can do, let's take a look at that Balder helmet while we have that I kind of wasted some time there. Baldur was the homeland of Night King Rendal. So, yeah. It's probably the best helmet we could get until we picked this up. It's got like a cool visor thing on it. So let's go pick up our souls and junk. And unfortunately I put it in kind of a stupid area. And I guess we could try that again. If I get invaded again, a lot of times the same person will invade you twice. Then we can, you know, just kind of cut that part out. Because that guy had upgraded stuff, so there was no way I was going to be able to fight him. So I just kind of, you know, decided I would just mess around with him. I'm glad I did actually get him to walk into the fire, though. That was pretty funny. Now, if you walk over here, if you get close enough, you can actually aggro the guy over by the door. Here he comes. But I started walking too quickly and he heard me. Okay, Titanite Shard. And another Titanite Shard. That'll be good for our weapons later. I got interrupted there. If you roll, you can do an attack after the roll, and weapons that will have different effects on those. Another Titanite Shard. There, that's the animation I was looking for. I'm gonna pick our stuff up. And as you can see, we don't actually lose our humanity. It's kind of implied that you would, but you use the humanity that makes you lose the humanity that makes you human, basically, when you get ganked. They get that humanity as a bonus. So, all right, let's try that again. I won't be... Well, I might do it once, but I'm not very keen on the PvP in this game. I like the fact that it's a danger. I don't begrudge people that do it. I just cannot be bothered to kind of develop the skills for it. And it's not really my thing. I might show it off later. Hey, that guy's got an interesting hat. Now, unfortunately, I have to rest at the bonfire to do that, so I can't fight the enemies ahead of time and then go do it. So let's get our sword equipped. And let's be careful. Now, assuming I can just keep getting some humanity from stuff, I can just, you know, keep doing this until I actually get up there. And not have any problems. Now, you can also summon other people. I wouldn't do that in this area. Well, I could, maybe. If there's a summon sign up there, we might as well use it. But a lot of bosses will have kind of hidden NPCs that have summon signs that are hard to find. The next boss we'll be fighting after this has a hidden one. Okay, see, that's the animation I was talking about before. See, there was a problem because I accidentally hit the trigger twice, which queued up an attack. I'm not even going to pay attention to that. Okay. Keep getting staggered here because I'm being awful. It's probably going to get me invaded. Whoa. That happens again, that happens again. If we can't really escape from the area, which is what the fog doors are for... Oh, hit 3 of them there. So if we can actually get up to the boss fight, then we won't be able to go through. So none SS flask is enough. It's fine. You can actually switch your weapons on the ladder, but it doesn't actually go through until you get to the top. So this is a summon sign. I equipped my thing to use my heal spell and then did that. So let's summon Knight Solaire. Summoning a Phantom. See, he's got a big round shield, which you can't really see on his model before this. So after a certain amount of time, he shows up. And you can summon them when you're invaded and stuff too. So let's go ahead and traverse the white light and fight the boss. So we didn't get invaded there. So one other thing to note is that down there you can see that the fog door for that area is active. If for some reason you fell down there and survived, I don't know how you would do that. You couldn't get out. So this is the Bell Gargoyle. Probably the first actually challenging boss in the game. And also the first real boss that we can get that has a tail that we can cut off. Which is what I'm trying to do now. You see Solaire is throwing lightning at him. And then after a certain point... health, he starts summoning his buddy there. Now let's see if I can get his tail before Solaire kills him, or I kill him. No big deal, there's more of these later. Now this boss isn't particularly difficult if you know what you're doing, but Solaire makes it a little bit easier. I wanted to pick an easier boss if I were to want to summon. I didn't get any item drops, which is disappointing, but again, these guys you can find later. And at that point you only have to fight one of them and you're kind of in a better arena. So, well, sort of. It's harder to fall off if you're standing in the right place in that arena I'm thinking of. So you can get the tail item pretty easily. And I've been lucky enough that I'm not feeling any, I'm not feeling that disappointed about that stuff. So, we got a ladder here up to the bell tower to get up to the bell of awakening. Now this is one of the highest points in the level that isn't that is where you can look down on areas that you're already in. There are a couple of areas that are kind of separated, but this is the highest point I think of the main area of Lordaeron. So let's push this lever, or pull the lever, to activate the bell. Well, seeing in that cutscene, that castle over there is slightly taller. Gorgeous view. That's right. Oops. +1. So, Solaire is the most common summonable NPC. He will be in a lot of boss fights, and there are times where you will have option to summon more than one. And you can summon an NPC and a human player. I didn't see any human summon signs. Who's this?
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Palm. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
One of the funny things is he's kind of stuck in the gesture we learned from him, which is pretty great. So this guy's the partner. You can use this to get out of your covenant without losing any sin. So we'll actually do that. We don't want this covenant. The gods are for chumps. Okay. And you can request absolution if you have any sin. You get sin from attacking NPCs, and then if you attack an NPC, they will be hostile for the rest of the game until you repent, basically. If you, for some reason, accidentally drop your controller while standing next to Andre, then this is the way you would fix that. Hypothetically. He also sells a bunch of items, including these purging stones, which are really useful, and a bunch of secret treasure. The Earl of Kareem. Kareem is also where Lautrec is from. So, this is referring to the status effect curse, which we haven't seen yet. These are useful to have around. I might buy one, but I'd rather actually show off the status effect than do that. So these are relating to this sort of pseudo. Well, I was going to say pseudo covenant, but it is related to another one with the Blades of Darkmoon. This guy's not technically part of that, though. You can use these for NPC purposes. He also sells Homeward Bones, which is nice. He also has this miracle, Karmic Justice, which I've never actually bought because it costs too much, and it requires you to get hit, which is not necessarily something you want to be doing. He sells the Velkus Talisman, which is a talisman that uses intelligence instead of faith and has an A rank at that. We have a higher faith than we have an intelligence. So he also sells these items, two of which are pretty much useless, but the Poison Bite Ring will be very nice later, potentially. It costs a lot, but yeah.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
So he's the worshipper of Velka, the goddess of sin, which is odd considering you would think they would be. That's like, praying to Satan to get rid of your sins, but I guess maybe she eats them or something. Tri-tail. Yeah, that's right. So let's get invaded here again. Normally, if I was doing this offline, I would just jump off the edge and kill myself there. To avoid that, because it's kind of annoying. Let's go down to Andre and buy the rest of those items he has. Not the key. As soon as we get into this area, we can't be invaded, so we'll buy the bonfire. I think just after that gate, we can't be invaded. In particular, this is considered a separate area, so we wouldn't be invaded by the same people trying to go into there. If you can be invaded here. This is a blacksmith ahead. Out of curiosity, let's see what people think of that message. It is true, obviously. We've seen that. Plus 64, minus 2. We'll up this. Might as well use the item we have. We're going to be reading that stuff. Oh, I could have used my binoculars up on the tower. Maybe I'll climb back up there and do that. I don't know. Need humanity. I don't know why you'd need humanity. Oh yeah, I can kindle this bonfire. Demonstrate that. Let's do that. So if you kindle the bonfire, we lose a humanity, and we will set the total number of Estus flasks provided by the bonfire to 10. Can I get to my total faith? Yes, 25 faith. And we still have 2,500 souls with which to buy an item from Andre. We can buy one of the other ones later, it's fine.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
Just doesn't seem smart to be standing on an anvil. Is anything else?
This is the old church. It was abandoned in favor of the church that you passed through. There are paths leading from here to two forbidden plains, Sen's Fortress and the Darkroot Garden. They attract all sorts of lunatics, no one as cultured as yourself. It's fine to be undead, but keep a level head, eh?
This guy's awesome.
Sen's Fortress is an old proving grounds built by the ancient gods. It is the only route leading to the great Anor Londo. Of course, most fools can't even find their way into that fortified death trap. But they won't stop trying. Take that bumbling Saranian.
He's talking about Sigmire.
I know little of the Darkroot Garden, although I've heard rumors of a divine blacksmith who resides there. Those who get stumped in the catacombs seek him for divine weapons.
So, the catacomb, he's referring to the need of divine weapons for the catacombs. These skeletons, well, I think I've said it before. The skeletons there will regenerate. They will come back to life if you don't kill them with the divine weapons until you do a specific thing.
I know little.
Okay. So, let's buy the weaponsmith box.
Don't get yourself nut.
Unfortunately, all the weapons we're using right now, well, all two of them, are special weapons that require Twinkling Titanite. Oh, there's something else I wanted to do before I come down here. So let's go back up, and do what I was wanting to get 25 faith for. Now, 25 faith, or getting my faith up, is useful for my sword. And for divine weapons later, I will eventually replace this with a custom-made divine weapon. Which probably won't be a straight sword, because I think we need some variety, and I've been using this weapon for a long time. Maybe we'll make a battle axe, or use my mace, or something like that. It'll be fun. If I can get through this area without getting invaded, I can use the humanity I have for kindling the bonfire down on the bridge. I find that unlikely that I will get through this area without that happening. I've been chain invaded here before. This is one of the places. This place and the place he's referring to, Anor Londo, are like the places you get invaded all the time. So let's go up to this guy. Now, this knight here you can get the drop on now. The straight sword they drop has such a low drop rate I wouldn't bother trying to farm it right now. But their armor set and the shield are good enough that you might want to get them, and they drop those one items, obviously, the Titanite shards. Okay, so this is I don't feel like fighting that. No, I still do have to go down here. There's a spear guy behind me. I don't really care. So, let's just avoid that stuff and get a drop on these archers here. As you can see, many of the archers, or the crossbowmen, will pull out a sword when you get close to them. Not all of them, though. Crush. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe at this point. I don't think anybody's chasing me. But who knows? The body wanted to follow me. Okay, so now we're back here. If we walk out here, and we get far enough on the bridge, which I actually want to do, the dragon will respawn. You can see down there that area actually is active as far as stuff goes, because you can see the messages. There he is. He burns up the bridge. So, since I made it here relatively okay, let's go kindle this bonfire. This one's pretty useful. And all of that was random humanity. I think that crossbowman out there is the only one that doesn't pull a sword out eventually when you... And maybe the one in the tower further on in the upper burg. Now, what you're supposed to do now is use that basement key to get to the lower undead burg. Touch up. What happened? What happened to you? Whoosh. Yeah, he got killed by the dragon. So, I don't have a bow yet. I think I could have bought one at this point, but... whatever. I could go around here, but I'm not going to. It's just easier to run under the dragon. I don't want to get poisoned by the rats or anything like that. A crossbow, that's not good enough. So let's do what we actually came back here for. Which is... Let's see if I can actually get his tail here. You can... It looks like you have a chance to swing at his tail. I think it's probably invincible. Once you have 25 faith, or a certain amount of faith based on how many cooperative boss fights you've done, you can pray at the altar of sunlight here, and you can learn the gesture praise the sun, and you can enter the covenant here, which is the warriors of sunlight. And for doing that, you get the miracle lightning spear. You can offer sunlight medals. I will be abandoning this covenant, at least temporarily, to enter another covenant for some normal stuff later. So, let's actually attune our magic and replace Seek Guidance with Lightning Spear. As you can see, it has 10 uses. I'll read the description of that. Oh, apparently you can't. Okay, I can read it in my inventory, though. I've got enough items to buy the box. Miracle passed down, but it's bound to the warrior's sunlight. Herald lightning spear. Yeah, most of all dragons. So deals a lot of damage to dragons, it says. Could use it on the drake. I've never bothered to do that. You don't really get anything if you kill the drake. You just get a bunch of souls. The drake on the bridge, I mean. So let's test it out. Not on this guy, though. Let's go test it out on that big dude. Now, he was throwing lightning bolts at us, but, you know what? I don't even have to fight you. Bye. Normally, stuff like that's not a good idea. But, I didn't want to have to go all the way around. And as you can see, you come in behind this guy. You can stab him in the back. Ha! It didn't drop anything. So here we go. Ah! Here's a good opportunity. Summons the thing. The opening cutscene, you can see guys throwing these at the dragons. Ah, I missed that. Messed that up. Ooh, a longsword. I'm surprised I haven't been invaded. I didn't exactly rush through there. Oh, sort of did. So, we can rest at this bonfire to replenish our lightning spears, and then we will see how effective these things are on that Titanite demon. Now, a lot of times you might think, well, I mean, he's using lightning. He probably is got some resistance to that. That's not necessarily true. There are some enemies in which that's true.
Well, need any?
So let's buy the smith box, the armor smith box from him.
Go get yourself.
So now we can upgrade our own weapons at our bonfire. So this is kind of a caster duel if you do it like the way I'm doing it. And as you can see, it deals a lot of damage. Hopefully he doesn't jump at me. They can do this leap attack. Basically I want to goad him into attacking in one way or another. And there we go. Take him out pretty easily. Only used half of our lightning spear charges, and we get a demon titanite from him. These are used for upgrading weapons that are made with specific things. As you can see here, it says weapons born from special souls. We'll be getting an item fairly soon in which I can at least show you what that means. So let's replenish our charges since we're going to be going into this new area. I like doing this right after doing the area I was just in because, you know, just it's right here. Although I could be doing the other area, I like doing this. It's got an easy boss and it's kind of a side area. Let's go ahead and do this. So we can also do something that I kind of avoided earlier. You can get to the bottom of the tower, which has Havel the Rock in it, and fight him there. And now that we have Lightning Spear, we can pretty easily kill him. Which we should probably do, considering some of the items we're going to be getting here. So these are I think they're called demonic foliage or something like that. We'll see more precisely what they are later. But right now they're just trees that kind of want to hug you. And if they do that grab that they do, let's show you their animations. They kind of whip you with the vine there. That is a grab, and that's the first grab we can actually see in the game. And if they hit you with that, they will latch onto you and deal a bunch of damage to you. Now, there's a side area here that leads to another area, sub-area of this, called Darkroot Basin. And we can see there's kind of a lake over there, and the tower in the distance. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a watchtower down there that leads to where Havel is. We won't be going this way yet. We'll do that after we do the rest of this area. It's pretty likely we'll get invaded here, because this is pretty close to a kind of a hotbed for PvP, so I wouldn't be surprised. So here's kind of a tricky area. You see there's a guy coming at us right now. Just to the right there, you can see that there's a kind of a shrub in the ground. That's actually one waiting in ambush for us. Ah. And it's nice that I have a weapon that can actually stagger them pretty easily. You can't backstab these guys, I don't think. And these guys drop these moss clumps. Oh, I should show off what those do. And the reason I'm doing this area now is because of those. They are things that cure poison. And they are pretty cheap. You can buy them. But the purple moss clumps are more expensive. Not necessarily that big a deal. But this cures toxin, which is a much nastier version of poison. The area we're going to be seeing that much more, where it's important to have those, is the area directly after the area we're supposed to go to now, if that makes any sense. Oh. You know? I guess we'll just show this off anyway. Try sliding down. That is not true. Don't do that. This is death. Oh, there is an area over here in this part that is kind of a preview of an area we can get to later. There's actually stuff down there, but let's not do that. As a matter of fact, we can kind of see. Yeah, you see that thing kind of moving down there? And that's something we'll be seeing later. That's what I was looking for. You can see another enemy down here, but I would be able to see it from here if it was visible. There's also an item on the ledge over there. We'll be getting that. Maybe it's here. I can hear him. There he is. I'm not sure how well you can hear the kind of subtle things there. You get some audio cues for things. So, sliding down. Okay. A lot of times there will be something here to reveal this. This is what's called an illusory wall. You can hit it with a weapon, or you can just like roll through it, and it will disappear. I've been told that the Seek Guidance spell will reveal those to you, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So we have a bonfire, and because I'm just at a bonfire and I have plenty of humanity, let's actually kindle this, because there's a couple bosses here that, you know, oops, that could be useful to have those at. So, got about 4,000 souls. I guess I'll level up because I'm going to be getting a lot more. At least I'll level up as much as I can. Yeah, I'm at the point where that's pretty much just one level. Let's start raising... What should I keep? Let's raise our endurance some. I want to get my strength up to get that shield, but I don't think I should be doing that until I've got kind of a glut of souls. Need comfort. Okay, so one of the things I think this is referring to is this side area here. There's a soul item in there. If we go in there, you can see right there is one of those ambush trees. And there's also one right there, and also one right there. If you go into there now, it will activate all of them. And every time you walk past here, they will aggro on you. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'll get that on my way back up. So just in case I die, I don't have to worry about those anymore. So, this is the main area, I suppose, of Darkroot Garden. This guy's having a time. Be wary of hidden path. Now, notice that these roots are moving, and as I said, I don't really know if you can hear this or not, but it's kind of making a creaking sound. I want to look up. You can see that the branches are actually moving around. This tree is alive, and we can attack it. If you wait until after you kill the boss of this area, this specific area, then this will be moved to the side. I'm going to kill it anyway, because you get souls from it. Not very many, but it's still some souls. And it demonstrates that, you know, it's alive.